RPGaDAY 2023, day 8, and day 8 is favourite character. Now, I think most people would talk about a character they've played. I don't get to play very often. I play sometimes. I'm playing in a great Conan game at the moment. I've played some Pathfinder recently. I've got a long-running character in a Leagues of Gothic horror game that I've ended up sabotaging again, but that's a long story. Um, but I'm not going to pick a character of mine. I'm going to pick a character that is in a game that I've been running. So, game in question, again, I've talked about old school essentials before. I've been running an old school essentials game. I did run an old school essentials game for I think about 2 years, might have only been 18 months. And it was in a setting that is put out by Gavin Norman, who I want to say wrote the old school essentials rule. He wrote the rule books. He didn't write the rules. They're 1981 basic and expert D&D. But anyway, he's put out a setting called Dolmenwood, which is a fairy tale setting. Grimm's fairy tales, kind of whimsical, gritty, bit horrific, all at the same time. It's a really nice balancing act. There is a Kickstarter which is going live tomorrow, as I put this out on the 9th. It was going to just be a setting for Dolmenwood, but instead of being a setting just for Dolmenwood, it's now wrapped a very nearly a set of old school essentials rules. They've tweaked a few things and they've wrapped that into this, so it will be a 3-book set. If you like the idea of fairy tales, like I say, gritty but whimsical. There's an amazing adventure called Winter's Daughter, which was released for Old School Essentials, which I've just had so much fun running. I've run it a couple of times, and it's just so good. I would definitely look at that and think about backing it. We had a lot of fun doing this. Anyway, so that said, Dolmenwood. We started the game with Winter's Daughter, and then I ran a dungeon crawl that I've got called Tomb of the Serpent King that I recast for goat people rather than serpent people because it fitted the setting better. And unfortunately, Chris's character died, so they met a character called Netaclaire, who is a wood grue. Um, Size of about a 6-year-old, but with the head of a bat and very soft black fur. Um, Netaclaire was an absolute agent for shenanigans. I won't say chaos because that's got a separate meaning when you're only dealing with 3 alignments, but like an agent for shenanigans. I say height of a 5-year-old, mental mindset of a 3-year-old, just powered through everything. We had so much fun trying to keep up with Netaclaire. Um, just charmed a whole stack of people in really, really interesting ways, talking to NPCs and just being very straight and very forthright and very believing. And the number of times I thought Netaclaire was going to get herself killed, I cannot express. But every time, just through charm and just sheer dumb luck, um, she sailed through everything. It felt like, for those of you that read very early Terry Pratchett and have read anything with Two Flower in it, that kind of thing. I'm here. Nothing's going to go wrong. Nothing can hurt me. And then just Netaclaire happened. Um, there was a time where they went to an abbey and they needed to rescue some children, and there was a very bizarre fairy who had charmed the children, and had got them digging up graves to recover human teeth because it was making taxidermy dioramas and using the human teeth. It was genuinely like this really kind of horrific, dark situation. Um, So one of the characters did a deal with this gloom, to that if they got enough teeth, it would let the children go. And Netaclaire had ended up with a magical shovel that allowed it to dig tunnels 3 times a day. Um, so Netaclaire used that to just dig swathes of tunnels through the graveyard, so they could then get out all the skulls and recover all the teeth. It was one of the funniest, but also one of the most horrific games I've ever played in. It was genuinely a joy. Um, yeah, so Netaclaire, I don't know if Chris is watching these, but Netaclaire will be talked about by our gaming group for a long time. Chris, I always know when Chris pulls up a character, the character's going to be interesting to be around. I've got the One Ring starter set, and we went through that. And the moment I realised there was the opportunity to play Lobelia Bracegirdle, I thought Chris is going to grab that with both hands and run with it, and he absolutely did. That was another joyous time watching Chris just wreak havoc and full on shenanigans. But yeah, Netaclaire has just been a joy to have in the campaign. And if we go back to Dolmenwood, which we probably will, I'm very much looking forward to seeing where Netaclaire picks up. Anyway, yeah, that's day 8 of RPG A Day 2023. I'll be back with some more tomorrow. Bye.